Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I am going to be doing a reading all about the eclipse energies. It's a collective energy check-in, okay? It's not a pick a card, it's a collective check-in. I'm sort of giggling right now because I watched a TikTok on that Jules bird, and she was like, very demure, very mindful. And it's so funny. How are we being demure? How are we being mindful? All right. How do we not react and overreact? How do we dress in a way that is just showing our chi-chi, not our cho-cho? It's so funny. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and check it. She started off this whole trend called demure and mindful. All right, so just hilarious. Okay, one more card. All right, so get your cup of tea, get your snacks, get your pen and paper ready, please. Start to take notes. This is going to be a beautiful reading, I feel. We've got the Moonology deck here. And we have the tarot deck here designed by Giovanni Caselli. All right. And we have the Psychic Tarot deck as well, which we'll have a look at in a minute, okay? So, all right, so the first off is the eclipse. So the first card that we had that came out is the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. All right. Twins. This eclipse is all about the twin flame journey. This is about true love journey. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but this is dealing with a twin flame journey. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lover's card came through, the Magician, the Six of Cups came through in the Tarot. So that's what's sticking out for me at this time. Immediately, full moon in Gemini. What was happening in the full moon in Gemini? Let's have a look at the Witch's Almanac and just see when exactly that was. So the eclipse that we just had, 17th, was a full moon. Partial lunar eclipse in Pisces North Node. Okay. So I feel like it's also affected your North Node. Actually, interestingly enough, my North Node is in Gemini. Find out in your astrology what your North Node is. If you don't know, you can come to me for an astrological chart reading. Basically, I look at your whole chart. It's important for you to let me know the exact date of birth as well when you were born. If you don't have your exact date of birth, I can still do the reading, by the way. So, and my sun sign is Pisces, interestingly. But anyway, full moon in partial lunar eclipse in Pisces. But when was the full moon in Gemini? Okay, that's 2025, 2026. It's interesting because it doesn't really show full moon in Gemini. Maybe if I look at my other bookmarkings. No. Okay, so interesting, but what I do feel is I do feel that Gemini, obviously being in May and June, was an important month or months this year, 2024. Full moons typically talk about closures, endings. With eclipses, energy it's always also about a complete eclipsing of one's life, a complete rehaul, rejuvenation, refresh. Sometimes during eclipses there are announcements of deaths, and I will say that, particularly around October time, around Halloween time, Scorpio season. I want to give a shout out to my friend today. It's her birthday. Her name is Autumn. Happy birthday to my friend Autumn, who's a Virgo, and she's entering and ushering in the Libra energy, which we have right here. Libra season is from now, 21st of September through to the 21st of October. What does Gemini mean here? Let's go back to this full moon in Gemini. Gemini, the channel of expression is dual, lively and versatile. Exactly. Dual, lively and versatile. We'll get some clarification later. We had a new start is coming as a second card. New moon. So from one closure, closing that door, opening a new door with a new start is coming. Love that full effect as well. And that's that sunlight coming through just on the edges of the moon. Okay. And we had it's time to take action as our third card that came through. Aries, new moon in Aries. So we've got two cards about the new moon. Two cards about the new moon. Aries is fire. Aries is February, March time, more or less, or March, April time. Aries is fiery, pioneering and competitive. Ooh. Okay, so some of you could be gaining a lot of attention online. Gemini is Mercury. Gemini is technology. Gemini is transportation. So you could be meeting someone on a train for some of you. You could be meeting someone on flight, flying. If we've got the Gemini energy of lively and versatile, Gemini is also flirtatious energy, friendly energy, childlike energy too. So there's that. So you could be meeting someone who knows that you have a lot of admirers. They are competing for your favour, their hand. Interesting, or your hand. It's time to take action. So the new moon is about new beginnings. We've got two cards on the new moon. The Ram. The Ram is the beginning of the astrological year. Excuse me. The Ram is all about new beginnings, a new chapter, a new astrological year. It's also a new tax year as well. So this could be you meeting someone in Aries season, so the new astrological year, around March, April, once you filed your taxes. Or this could be a leader, a boss, someone who, the Aries energy is also the Emperor, a really strong masculine presence, who's very in their masculine, but also balance their feminine, I feel, because we have this new moon energy around them. I feel like this person is probably has focused on their career, has focused on their money, has focused on their, I just heard ascension, is now focusing on their ascension, now focusing on partnership, I feel. Maybe wants to have a bit more of a light-hearted energy, light-hearted spirit, and may do something completely off the cuff that this person is normally not known to do. They're quite rigid. They're giving off the energy to me as a Taurus. The shadow aspect of Taurus is stubborn energy. So yeah, they're sort of giving me that. I also want to give a shout out to my friend who's a Gemini. Her name is Saffron. Her daughter is Soleil, and her birthday is today as well. Soleil means the sun. I love that. Virgo. So, you know, we've got some Virgo birthdays in abstract medicine. We've got Virgo, which is Mercury as well. Gemini is Mercury as well. It's like when one of the aspects of within the Gemini is asleep, the other one is awake. What that means to me is that, you know, Geminis are they've always got something going on in their head. They're always thinking about something. You know, they're always creating something, they're always envisioning something, they're always manifesting something, they're always designing something through the mind, even when they are asleep. So they're most powerful. If you are a Gemini and you're resonating with this, please also do press the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Please consider doing that if you haven't already. You Geminis are most likely, your power comes at night. Some of you could have received a message during this eclipse. This eclipse where you yourselves had to, maybe you received a message at night in your dream space about taking action of your finances, taking action of your workplace, your career. Gemini is air energy, as we know. Aries energy is fire energy. What does air energy mean? Gemini. It's mutable, it's flexible, very mutable, very demure, very mindful. I'm joking. Gemini, we've got Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces as being mutable signs, very flexible. They're able to change their mind whenever they wish. They're able to just get on a flight if they need to. Right? That's the usual quality of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces as mutable signs. We have that strong prominent Gemini energy here. But we had this energy of someone who could be coming in who is not flexible, you know, physically or even just in life, just not wants to stay rigid, likes the routine. So this Aries person, or this fire energy, is the quality of the cardinals are Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn. Cardinal energy is usually the signs that mark the beginning of each new season, very active. Mutable energies are signs that herald the change of season, variable. Okay, so I'm seeing a road. Okay, I'm seeing a road. So say for example, Gemini, the mutable signs, they're on the road, there's a fork in the road. This actually happened to me just the other day with my friend, who's a Libra actually, son. Shout out to Geraldine. And I'm a Pisces and I'm like, oh, even in the roundabout, there was a roundabout situation and I was driving and I'm like, oh, I missed the exit. Okay, we'll just go round again. Just easy. Yeah, why not? You know, why not? And it's just, yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny how that can happen with mutable signs. It's like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to go back, we'll just go forward. My boyfriend Tim is a Gemini. I have a lot of Gemini people in my life and I see this a lot. Unfortunately, sometimes Geminis, when they're in their insecurity, they second doubt themselves, you know, but anyway, we've got this Aries who's going like, I'm on the road, I'm sticking to the road. I'm on the major roundabout. I'm going to take that exit. Even if they haven't merged into the lane in order to take the exit, they can cause issues, they can cause problems. All right. So yeah, so there's that issue, I think, a little bit. I mean, there's Aries, but I'm also picking up on stubborn energy. I'm picking up on Taurus. So this person could have Taurus in their chart, maybe even Capricorn, which is fixed. Fixed energy is about the signs that represent the season at its height, steadfast. Okay, so the next card that we had was Surrender to the Divine Full Moon. Surrender to the Divine Full Moon. This is giving me the energy of Pisces. This is giving me the energy of the Hanged Man, upside down, the Hanged Man, yeah. And we have 14 on the timer there. So that's telling me that there's this energy of Sagittarius as well, about tempering your energy, tempering your fire, tempering your water, you know, being tempered, being patient, being demure, being mindful. I love how I watched this. I mean, I watched it the other day as well, but I love how I watched this and it's I feel like it's going to come into the reading. Demure, mindful. practicing mindful meditations, mindfulness, being demure, less aggressive, less kind of pushy. If you are the feminine, this is your call and reminder to demure, be mindful. Practice mindful meditation, mindful practices, art, drawing. Come to an art therapy class with me, you know. Book a reading with me. Read books. That's a mindful practice to me. I love reading books too. How are you expanding your mind at this time too? Your intellectual capacities, your intelligence, your literature, your literary capacities, your writing skills, your reading skills. For some of you, this could also be your singing skills, your vocal abilities, how you speak. Are you enunciating your words? How are you being more articulate in your communication style? And this is something that I feel some of you during this eclipse have gone into a little bit of a Virgo energy, a little bit of a hermit, have gone inwards a little bit, gone to sleep for a bit, to pause, to meditate, to reflect, to go inwards, to then come out of the eclipse energy. Now, the eclipse energy, I'll be honest with you, it lasts for a while. You know, for those of us who are very tapped in into and tuned in and intuitive and spiritual and are like that by nature, we feel the ecliptic energy at the very beginning of the month, you know. So the 17th of September was officially the eclipse energy. We did a lovely ritual here at home. It was lovely. But we both felt it. My friend Geraldine and I felt it, and my community, close sisters, we felt it on around the 1st of September. We felt those energies already. So the eclipse for us was kind of a walk in the park. But some of you may have been resisting it. Some of you have been resisting the information, the downloads, the visitations, you know, things that have been going bump in the night. How are you protecting your energy as well? How are you protecting your space? All of those things. Okay. And then we'll look at the last card. Spirit's also asking me to ask you to see what you're seeing here. So look at the colours. We've got blue, we've got brown, browny red, blue here, black, and then blue around, purple. And the last card we have is purple. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, a gorgeous card. So for me, this is the energy of that sweetness. Hang on. Where did that come from? So I cleaned the desk, the tarot table yesterday, and I think I just dropped the candle. Where did that come from? So yeah, there's this energy of Venus. You know, Venus is all about beauty. It's all about harmony. It's all about, you know, expressing sweetness, love, compassion, outfits that are all, you know, coordinated in a really beautiful way. Hair is, you know, coiffed and lovely. Clothing is just on point. Luxurious feeling, senses, all of those things. The home is beautiful. So we have this energy of the full moon in Libra, which is again that tempering energy, but it's also that sweetness, that love energy. Love. Venus is love and rules Libra and Taurus. And we have this moon here that's looking to me like the Egyptian goddess, which is Isis. Some of you have maybe received a download or have visited the temple of Isis recently in your meditations, in your astral travel experience. Or maybe you had a visitation from a masculine who could be an Aries sign. But this does, for me, it does pertain to love. Full moon in Libra. And Libra, as we mentioned earlier, is a sign that is cardinal, marking the beginning of each new season. So we have a new start, a new relationship, a new love coming in. And for females, feminines, it's all about surrendering into that. Let's have a look at the tarot. Allow the masculine to take action and move towards you. Feminines. So you've got King of Pentacles underneath that too. Don't worry, I'm not reading the cards reversed today. I have the, it doesn't matter. Some of you, I just saw the Three of Swords, some of you have let go of a relationship that was heartbreaking. Yes, look, you see how the cards are coming out? Yes, you see this? Okay, yeah. Some of you have come out of a sad time in your life. Some of you have come out of a relationship. And again, it doesn't matter if you're a masculine or feminine, just take the messages as they resonate and leave what does not resonate, please, okay? So this is also, again, saying exactly what I shared earlier. We have love coming in, we have love ushering itself in after this full moon in eclipse. I do feel like the full moon in Libra is going to be very significant, and that's going to be soon. Let me just see. Why can't I see? Why can't I see the moons? Venus is also about love, pleasures, and fine arts as well. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is energy, challenges, sports. So we have exactly men are from Mars, women are from Venus kind of energy, or that masculine energy and that feminine energy over here. So we have this new love coming in. We have a new start is coming in the new moon. So something's going to be happening around the next new moon. Well, the new moon eclipse, this is looking to me like a new moon eclipse. The new moon, the next new moon eclipse is going to be, hang on, new moon eclipse. See, I have the moon cycles here, but it's for next year and the year after. Excuse me. Okay. So the new moon partial solar eclipse in Libra, South Node. It's going to affect your South Node, so find out what your South Node is. The new moon eclipse is going to be on October 2nd. October 2nd is going to be the new moon eclipse. Partial solar eclipse in Libra. Partial solar eclipse in Libra. For those of you who previously, during this full moon eclipse in Pisces, I feel like you were dealing with really psychological and subconscious energies with regard to a mother. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but I feel that. Luna is the mother. And we have the Queen of Cups here, which is also indicated as a mother. This could also be the transition of that healing into a new stage in your life where you will become a mother, or the maternal energy that you already inhabit within you in your temple, in your honorary space, I'm hearing, is going to be expressed and expanded because you have been healing your own cup, your own heart, of mother wounds, abandonment wounds, you know, things like that that are really difficult to deal with, that can't always be seen but are felt and experienced. And rather than lashing out, rather than being aggressive with that shadow aspect of Aries, you were demure and very mindful. So you went into your own meditation, you went deep into this understanding, Gemini. You surrender now into the divine more so, have faith more so, have love more so, have trust more so in the natural cycles of the earth. And in particular, your connection with water and the moon is incredibly strong. Your menses as well is also recalibrating itself. Your pelvic floor, your root chakra is connecting more so, is more in alignment with your truth, your vocal capacities. Now remember, even in the body, as above, so below. Okay, so you're speaking love, you're speaking healing, you're speaking truth, and it's it's being expressed. I have a really good friend of mine called Ayana, and she's also a Gemini. She's a singer as well, so you can't really make it up. She's more of a sacred singer, sacred, holistic, sacred arts singer. Beautiful. Have a check out her music as well. She's on Spotify. She's also, you can find her on abstract_medicine on my Instagram as well, if you just go to followers. Her name is Ayana. Okay. And I feel like this is the mother that you have been healing for yourself. You've been mothering yourself, and you're going to be a mother, I feel. So you're surrendering into it. Now we've got this King of Cups energy here. I feel like this is the future energy. And it's the interesting thing about this spread is this is in the future, this is the middle, and this is what's around you right now. So closing out one chapter, closing the door on one thing, opening the door in a new one. Now this King of Cups is very connected to their mother. We've got Cancer energy here. Okay. The little crab. Cancer energy here is ruled by the moon and is the sign of motherhood. We also have a fish here as well. I love how his feet are comfortably placed on a cushion. Whereas the feminine here in the Queen of Cups is fully immersed in the water. She is the water, she is the ocean, she is the depths, she is psyche, she is psychology. You know, she's really gone deep into her psychology. Maybe she's also been through psychological, I just had attack for some of you. She has a very strong psychic connection. She's also had psychological help, counselling, therapy, that kind of thing too. Now, as we know, the King of Cups is the counterpart to the Queen of Cups. Water signs, okay? Water signs. So what do water signs signify? Water signs, Pisces, responsive, dependent, fanciful. Scorpio, intense, secretive, ambitious. Okay, Cancer, protective, traditional. Protective, traditional. So we have this masculine who's going to be coming in. Say this is a rejuvenation, resurgence in your connection with your partner, your spouse, your significant other, your twin flame that you're going to be in full union with. They are very protective over this love between you both. Either way, this person is coming in again strong, more steadfast, more fiery, maybe even more pioneering and competitive in their workplace as well, with those Aries energies or qualities. And you know, we have fish here, fish here, fish here, fish here, fish here. It's about abundance, and fish is a school of fish. Fish is education. Fish is teaching students as well. Fish is also children, right? So this could be, again, the opportunity to have children with this person, okay? And there's that mothering energy. The Knight, let's have a look at the Knight of Cups just briefly. The Knight of Cups is naivety, creativity and sensitivity. Now we did have that energy of fine arts, isn't it? Full moon in Libra, so we have the energy of Libra being beauty, love, pleasures, and fine arts, as well as creativity, romance in particular as well, romance. So there's going to be romancing, there's going to be communication, there's going to be, you know, just a lot of words of affirmation, a lot of loving words, loving, expressive, gift giving, pleasurable outings, pleasurable picnics, pleasurable experiences, pleasurable dates, all of those things. And I feel like, again, it's the masculine that's doing that. There's really only one signifier here, and it's the feminine, in terms of, yeah, she's just here and everything else is masculine here. So again, it's coming up beautifully. The masculine, I'll just say, the masculine is still in the Eight of Pentacles energy, which is whistle while you work, I'm hearing. So it's about them building their skill sets, perfecting their craftsmanship, being really determined. Again, we have that determination energy with Aries. I love that. And then surrender to the divine. I feel like the masculine is also surrendering to the divine. They're surrendering into the power of God. You know, there's this beautiful quote that Maya Angelou had said, and I posted it on my Abstract Medicine stories, and it went something like this. She is so deep in her connection to God that in order to love her, he has to find God through her. I'm paraphrasing, but if you can find that quote somehow, please do. It really hit me hard, actually. It was a beautiful quotation, and it's the connection that mothers, the connection that women have, connection of sisters, the connection of daughters that we have to Mother Earth, and therefore straight connection with the divine is really powerful. We are creators ourselves, so it's not better or worse, it's different. It's a different vibration. And so just looking out in the world out there, and the government and the toxic patriarchy, there has been a determination to destroy the creator, God, destroy spirituality, and then try to destroy women, try to destroy the feminine aspect, the feminine qualities, as being weak, as being tempting, as being destructive, as being a distraction, you know, and turning that into a rigid Aries energy, a rigid, and Taurus as well, a dogmatic structure. That can be a cult, can be a religious sect, can be a way of experiencing God, experiencing the creator, that is very damaging to other people, other human beings, in that it's damaging to their psyche, it's damaging physically. Pain, war. Now we have Aries, Mars ruled, you know, Mars rules Aries. Mars is the god of war. So maybe this eclipse is actually about ushering in this new matriarchy, finally, once and for all. This is what we talk about a lot. We talk about this a lot. We talk about this within our sisterhood. We all feel a rise of the feminine. We all feel a rise of the harmonic tones. We feel a rise of the matriarchy. We're talking about the mother. So many of us have been in this toxic masculine energy as women ourselves, because we were asked to, we were forced to, we were encouraged to, we were urged to be aggressive at work, aggressive and competitive towards our careers, all those things. And now we're like, you know what, we're settling the energy, we're no longer doing that, you know. And it's very true. Like we feminines have masculine energy, of course. Our predominant archetype is divine and feminine, but at work we do take action. We are in our masculine, but not in a way that we used to be, at least not myself. Yeah. And you know, I've got a really good friend of mine who was also my intern, and she's part of the abstract medicine community. Her name is Ildi. She won't mind me giving her a shout out, Ildi. And she was my intern when I was in fashion, and I was all about this. It was horrible. And every time I see her, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I was just a nightmare. I'm so sorry. And she always says, no, it was good because you really pushed me to go. I was working in fashion at the time. I had my own leather goods brand business. It failed, of course, but it was an experience. And I was doing that for 3 years. And at one point, I think I had 12 interns or something crazy. And she was my head intern, my head assistant. And she was like, no, it's okay, because you forced me to go to all these suppliers, and I was able to see London. I was able to go to here, to there, and to A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and D. You know, I went everywhere and I had a really great experience. And I'm always so apologetic because I know I was really, really harsh. You know, it was that, you know, those fashion documentaries about women in fashion, not necessarily Anna Wintour, but she's coming up a bit, but the sort of, The Devil Wears Prada, that film, you know, the main character in that, that's just how we had to be, you know. And it was, yeah, I'm just so glad those days are over. And I feel like we are ushering in that more maternal aspect in our careers, in our life. I recently interviewed a woman who, she's, you know, she works for a gallery in London and she's in charge of it, and she's a mum. And initially I was wondering why I'm feeling so kind of off about the connection beforehand, and it was just through emails, but you know, she was very kind of professional, and that's fine. Of course that's fine. But it's like when I was in conversation with her, and I was getting over a cold. I had a head cold last week, and of course my friend was over, so anyway, I didn't do any readings, but I'm here now. And I was in contact with her and I was speaking with her, and she's a mum, and she was just such a lovely energy. You know, she was such a nice person. And sometimes we communicate through technology in ways that's very blunt. But I feel, and what I'm doing more so, and I'm very conscious about, is in my emails, in my communication, in my life, my work, I try to, sometimes it's not always the case, but I try to be as loving as possible, because that's the person I want to be. I want to become more an embodied feminine, more an embodied aspect of Venus. Just because we're doing this job, and just because we've got this signature in our emails going kind regards so and so, and then we've got our, you know, information websites down below, or whatever, websites, it doesn't mean that we've got to do the same thing that the patriarchy had done before, especially when we are in communication with other women. You know, we get to take time off, we get to take annual leave, even self-imposed if necessary. We get to be kinder to ourselves. A go, 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 go world is not our natural disposition. We know that. Okay. So anyway, that was a pure channeling experience I just had. So the surrender to the divine. So the King of Pentacles, this masculine energy, has been building their finances, has been building their career, has been strategizing. Yes, but they are more comfortable in who they are and who they are in their job and their career and their place in the world, I'm hearing. So that Taurian energy, which is Venusian, and also that maternal energy, which is connected to Mother Earth, is more in their aspect in the Earth, King of Pentacles. Whereas the feminine is more in the aspect of Libra, in the aspect of Venus. Yeah. So lovely. Number 8 could also be significant here. Goes without saying, I know that August was very powerful for a lot of us during the Lionsgate portal. I did say number 8, as above so below. Our menses is now being is on schedule with the moon and new and full moon cycles as well. Interesting. We've got mental conflict here. I think a lot of us are actually healing mental conflict. This would be the Gemini aspect, right? And the shadow. This would be the Two of Swords typically. So it's about getting clarity or finding more balance. There can be opposing ideas. I feel like this, I'm reading this as a reverse. So this can be stress, this can be confusion and balance. Let's get some more information about this, please, Spirit. What's this about? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. This is about the base chakra. This is about home. This is about home. Some of you have been conflicted about where to live, You can take a picture of that if you want to. It's quite a nice meditation tool. I also would like to thank you for your patience with these readings too. I know I haven't always been fully consistent, but I would like to do readings at least 3 days a week if possible. Please do also follow the TikTok as well, cristallina.abstractmed. I post more often there now. I do get more views there, I'll be honest, than Instagram Reels. But the Instagram Reels, I'll continue to post there too. And also here, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel here, Abstract Medicine, so you're updated when the next video is. I will not always promote the video on social media. It's quite nice to just get it straight into your notification bell on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. Yeah, there's been some mental conflict about your home. Some of you have been undecided about where to live, where to go. Let's have a look. Now the base chakra is the colour red. The sound is lam. Element is earth. The gland is adrenal. Keywords I have. Interesting, because some of you, you know, this go, go, go attitude had experienced adrenal fatigue beforehand, you know, because it doesn't work for us as feminines. It just doesn't. I know I have experienced this recently. Known as the base or root chakra, this energy center is situated at the base of the spine and is most closely related to all of your earthly issues, such as survival, the physical body, issues of money, sustenance, safety, and shelter. To balance this chakra, practicing yoga can be extremely beneficial. Dancing or light physical exercise will also keep the energy flowing and harmonious. Harmony, Libra. Honouring your body and taking care of it on the outside will bring you well-being on the inside. It works both ways, as above so below, as within so without, and that is number 8, energy. Fulfillment of wishes, beautiful card. Now we have this card here. This is what the eclipse is bringing us, for mainly feminines as well, getting what we have been wanting and praying for. I do see our washing, how we are washing ourselves as well, how we are cleaning ourselves, how we're cleaning our base chakra is also changing too. Using salt in our salt baths, using products that have a pH balance, you know, limiting soap that is, you know, is bad for our pH, those kind of things. Fulfillment of wishes, that would be the 9 of Pentacles, I think. Be the 9 of Cups. In this card, the deck says, this card being one, if not the most positive of the minor arcanas, represents emotional satisfaction, contentment, and enjoyment. Your wishes are coming true. Are you ready? Exactly. We don't always feel we're ready when it's on its way. You know, I love that feeling. Your wishes are coming true. Are you ready? Happiness, success, good health. So a lot of you that have had issues in your base chakra, your root chakra, you're coming into good health, okay? That's a lovely energy. And you've been conflicted, you've had worries about it, you've been concerned. That's totally understandable. Some of you have come to me for a shamanic healing session, and that's, you know, that's fine, and you keep coming back to keep moving. You know, sometimes those blockages can come back in again when we are triggered by a particular situation, circumstance, area, environment as well. So it's important to maintain, do the maintenance, keep cleaning, all right, through shamanic healing if possible. The card acts as a reminder to hold on to the beneficial feelings from accepting and receiving what you've asked or strived for. Know that these will assist you in the future when you may need inspiration. This is the right time to heal those past memories that have been holding you hostage in the mental. Forgive others and yourself so that your wishes, desires, and goals have a clear, unobstructed path to your heart, soul, and life. I feel like that's it really for the Psychic Tarot. That's what I will say. Let's just get one card for there. Yeah. And the last card is Believe in the Impossible. Something impossible that you thought
was never going to happen is going to happen. And then we have that beautiful fulfillment of wishes card. You know, you can't really make it up when the cards come out like this. Now please do check the September predictions here on YouTube. It's really important to also check back and see if any of the messages resonate as well. So far we're on the 20th, 21st of September. See what's been happening, see if it resonates. Make sure to also check the Divine Unions reading on their thoughts, their feelings, their actions, and also the reading all about releasing karma. If you like a reading and you're not able to afford a full payment at this time, that's totally fine. You can pay what you wish, pay what you can. Just drop me a line. I'm happy to assist you. No amount is too small. Happy to do that for you. I do really appreciate your gifts as well, your donations, your tips, your coffee tips as well. Appreciate that. And I'll come back to you for another reading, and please do follow all of the channels that I mentioned. Abstract Medicine on Instagram, cristallina.abstractmed on TikTok, and here please also make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here so you're notified when the next reading is. Please also press the like button. That is it for now, Divine Souls. I'm wishing you love and light. We'll check back in the next eclipse on October 2nd or whenever it is, and we'll see more. But in between then, we'll have some other readings. Goodbye, God bless, take care. Ciao for now.